Imagine walking into a room full of strangers. You don't know them, they don't know you.
No conversations.
No history, and not a single word has been spoken. Yet within seconds, their brains have already begun making decisions about who you are. Are you friendly? Are you trustworthy? Are you someone they want to be around? One of the biggest factors influencing those judgments is something surprisingly simple: a smile. It may seem insignificant, just a small movement of a few facial muscles.
After all, it doesn't make you stronger, it doesn't make you richer, it doesn't instantly make you smarter.
But throughout human history, smiles have shaped friendships, relationships, business partnerships, and entire social groups. Long before smartphones, books, or even civilization itself, humans communicated through facial expression, and among them, the smile became one of the most powerful social signals. To understand why, we need to travel back thousands of years to a time when our ancestors lived in small groups, without laws, police, or modern safety nets. Every encounter carried uncertainty. Was the person approaching a friend or a threat? A signal that communicated peaceful intentions could mean the difference between cooperation and conflict.
Over time, the human brain evolved to become remarkably sensitive to facial expressions, especially smiles. And today, it can recognize one in a fraction of a second, often before we are consciously aware of it.
When you see a smile, something fascinating happens. Your brain often wants to smile back, a phenomenon scientists call emotional contagion. Emotions spread from person to person, like invisible waves, and smiling can influence how trustworthy, approachable, and friendly people perceive you to be. But the effects go even deeper. A smile doesn't only affect those around you, it can affect you as well. Research suggests that the physical act of smiling can subtly influence emotional states by sending positive signals back to the brain.
When someone laughs, you feel happy. When someone is angry, tension fills the room. And when someone smiles, your brain begins mirroring that emotion. It's almost like humans are wired to synchronize with one another. But the effects don't stop there. Research has shown that smiling can influence how trustworthy people perceive you to be. In experiments, participants consistently rated smiling faces as more approachable and friendly than neutral faces. Think about it. If you had to ask a stranger for directions, who would you choose? The person staring at the ground with a blank expression, or the person who appears warm and welcome? Most people make the same choice.
And that tiny difference can create opportunities throughout life. More conversations, more friendships, more connections, more chances to be remembered. But here's where things become even more surprising. Imagine you're having a terrible day. Everything feels stressful. Deadlines are piling up. Your energy is low. Now try something strange. Smile, even if you don't feel like it. It sounds silly, yet studies suggest that the physical act of smiling can influence emotional states. When you smile, your brain receives signals associated with positive emotions. It's not magic, and it won't instantly solve every problem, but it can subtly shift how you feel. A small action creating a small change. And sometimes, small changes matter more than we think, because life isn't usually transformed by one giant moment. It's shaped by thousands of tiny moments, tiny decisions, tiny habits, tiny interactions. A smile is one of those tiny things, almost invisible yet powerful. Consider the cashier who serves hundreds of customers every day, the teacher greeting students each morning, the employee entering an interview, the traveler asking for help in a foreign city. In each situation, a smile can change the entire interaction. Not because it guarantees success, but because it opens a door. It sends a message. I'm not a threat. I'm friendly. I'm willing to connect. And humans naturally respond to those signals. Of course, not all smiles are equal. Humans are surprisingly good at detecting fake expressions. A forced smile often looks different from a genuine one. Real smiles engage more of the face. The eyes soften. The expression feels natural, authentic, and people notice, even when they can't explain why. Because beneath all our technology and modern lifestyles, we're still social creatures. Our brains are constantly reading the people around us, searching for clues, searching for intentions, searching for connection. And a genuine smile remains one of the clearest positive signals we can send. What's remarkable is that it costs nothing. No special equipment, no expensive training, no rare talent. Almost everyone has access to it, yet many underestimate its impact. They assume success comes only from major achievements, massive effort, grand gestures. But often the smallest actions create the biggest ripple effects. A conversation begins because someone smiled first.
A friendship forms because someone seemed approachable. An opportunity appears because someone made a positive impression. One tiny expression, one tiny moment, one tiny decision, and the ripple spreads farther than anyone realizes. So the next time you smile at someone, remember, you aren't just moving facial muscles. You're activating millions of years of human psychology. You're sending one of humanity's oldest social signals, and you might be changing someone's day, including your own, because sometimes the most powerful things in life are also the simplest, and that is the smile effect.